Today we're diving into the not-so-glamorous side of fame. We've all seen the red carpets, the award shows, the perfect smiles. But what happens when those smiles turn upside down? Because even A-listers are human. And sometimes the pressure, the paparazzi, the intrusive fans, or maybe just a bad day, can cause them to lose their cool. Celebrities might seem larger than life, but they're just like us in many ways. Did you know that almost 40% of Americans don't pass their first driver's test? Yes, even some celebrities fall into that statistic. Take Kendall Jenner, for example. She had a rough time when she found out she wasn't getting her license that day and had to wait another 2 weeks. She vented her frustration saying, "Let's go. It's not fair. My dad just doesn't get it." Now imagine being John Cena, known as one of the nicest guys in WWE. He values his privacy a lot. So when a fan started filming him without permission at a clothing store, Cena understandably got upset. He politely asked the fan to stop, saying, "Thank you for asking. Why didn't you ask to take a video?" The fan tried to chat afterward, but Cena wasn't having it. Taylor Swift showed her grace under pressure when she spotted security about to remove a fan for being overly excited. Mid-performance, she managed to intervene, saying, "He wasn't doing anything." The Weeknd, known for his privacy, wasn't too pleased when a fan started recording him without permission while he was out and about. Just ask Tobey Maguire from the early 2000s. He couldn't step out of his apartment without being swarmed by paparazzi. Frustrated, he exclaimed, "Wait, I can't leave. There are cars there. Get out of the way." Even during a romantic dinner in Cannes, Brad Pitt couldn't escape the cameras. He was understandably annoyed when he noticed people recording from a distance. And let's not forget Jenna Ortega, who wasn't in the mood to dance at the Golden Globes when asked. She simply wasn't feeling it, especially after the viral Wednesday dance craze. So next time you see a celebrity losing their cool, remember, they're just regular people dealing with extraordinary circumstances. During an interview with Billie Eilish, things got a bit awkward. The interviewers seemed to be teasing her about her education, which clearly annoyed her. She responded saying, "The things I need to do in my life don't necessarily revolve around academic subjects." She found it surprising how much biology still comes up in her career, even though she didn't pursue a traditional education beyond high school. In another instance, during the World Cup quarterfinals between Argentina and the Netherlands, tensions were running high. After the match, Messi got into a heated moment with a Dutch player, adding to the already intense atmosphere. Then there's that cringeworthy interview with Megan Fox. The host made an offhand comment about Michael Bay making her, which didn't sit well with Fox, leading to an uncomfortable exchange. And let's not forget the time MGK, despite sharing personal details in his music, wasn't too keen on discussing fatherhood during an interview. He got frustrated and abruptly ended the conversation, preferring to let his music do the talking. Zendaya wasn't too pleased when people were being loud next to her at a fashion show, and Selena Gomez felt like she was being treated more like a product than a person during an interview. 7 years ago, Justin Bieber wasn't in the mood for an interview during his European tour. When he found out he was supposed to meet some big YouTubers in Spain, he decided to bail. Lastly, Drake wasn't impressed when someone got his name tattooed on their forehead. He didn't hold back from poking fun at the situation. In the world of celebrities, interviews and public appearances don't always go as planned. From awkward moments to outright frustrations, they face it all. As for Kendall and Kylie Jenner, well, they kind of decided they were done with school, much to their mom Kris Jenner's dismay. She wasn't having any of it though. She shut down that conversation real quick. But hey, look at Kylie now, billionaire status and all. Maybe they were onto something, huh? Then there's Ariana Grande. She dropped this song, "Break Your Heart Right Back," and everyone started talking about who it was about. But when an interviewer tried to pry, Ariana wasn't having it. She was like, "Nah, don't twist my words," because people love to do that. Now let's talk about Cardi B and Asia Davis. They were supposed to squash their beef on VH1, but things got wild real quick. Cardi ended up throwing her shoe at Asia, and chaos ensued. But hey, at least we got some iconic memes out of it, right? And then there's Wiz Khalifa. He was doing this interview, and the reporter got a little too sarcastic for his liking. Wiz wasn't having any of that nonsense, so he just called it quits right then and there. Can't blame him, really. Sometimes trying to dig deep with celebrities just doesn't work out. But hey, it makes for some entertaining moments, doesn't it? Ever notice how some people wear suits just to seem like they know what they're talking about? Yes, it happens. But just because someone looks the part doesn't mean they actually know what's up. Olivia Rodrigo kept her cool though, even when a reporter crossed the line by asking about her diet. She was like, "Nah, I just eat whatever I want." Which is how it should be, right? Then there's Gordon Ramsay. Back in 2010, he caught some heat for making inappropriate comments about Sofia Vergara's culture, and even suggested changing her son's name. Awkward, right? But Sofia held her own, reminding him it's her interview, not his. Some actors like Joaquin Phoenix aren't big fans of the press side of things. At the Golden Globes, he called out a journalist for asking the same old questions. "Isn't this old news?" he said, feeling like he'd talked about it forever. Selena Gomez got pretty frustrated with her security team once. Fans were swarming her at Beyoncé's concert in Paris, and she wasn't too pleased about it. And Kanye West? He had to deal with a condescending interviewer who acted like they'd never heard of him. Kanye had to set the record straight. Then there's Jonas Antetokounmpo. After a tough loss, he found out a reporter was planning a not-so-nice piece about him and his team. So during a press conference, he just walked out. Talk about taking control. And let's not forget Nate Diaz. He wasn't happy when a reporter switched gears during his press conference. It's like, come on, stick to the game plan, right? In the world of interviews, things can get pretty wild. But hey, it makes for some interesting stories. Nate Diaz is at a press conference, and this reporter starts asking some pretty strange questions. Like, they're a boxer themselves and want to fight Nate's brother Nick. Nate's like, hold up, that's not cool. Then the reporter starts acting all disrespectful, and Nate's just not having it. Now, on to Kim Kardashian. Back in the day, she used to work as Paris Hilton's assistant before hitting it big. But during an interview with ABC, the reporter suggested that Kim's time had passed and that she was overshadowing Paris. Well, that didn't sit well with Paris, who walked out. And then there's Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He's known for his controversial views on money. During an interview, things got heated when the host tried to push him on some touchy subjects. Robert wasn't having any of it. He basically said, "If you want to know what I know, do your own research. Don't rely on interviews." That's it for celebrities losing their cool. Remember, even the most famous people are human, and they crack under pressure sometimes. But hey, that's what makes them relatable, right? If you enjoyed this video, leave a thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below which celebrity meltdown surprised you the most. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button.